Hi guys, this is Namcraft and welcome to the series of Starcraft English commentary. We're back with another game from the DPL series. It's gonna be the third game in that series that I've casted 2 games so far. And this finale is gonna be played between Flash and Soulkey as expected. The gods of the gods. The gods of war and peace will be facing up against each other, and let's see who will prevail. Let me remind you that as of this week, these are the 2 best players in StarCraft in terms of ELO scores. Here are the ELO scores: Soulkey at 1439 and Flash at 1414. Let me just quickly show you the win rates for these players in the last 30 days. As you can see, Soulkey against Terran is his weakest matchup with only 57% win rate, and Flash against Zerg is his strongest matchup with 71% win rate. These stats are just picked up a couple of days ago, and these are valid for the last 30 days. The map is going to be Radeon, the most balanced map that you could ever ask for, and in the face of Zerg versus Terran, it's the best map. 49.9% win rate for Zerg players, because as you know, Zerg maps are not so good for Zerg players, especially the SS1 maps. So let's see how Soulkey is gonna be doing. If you have not watched the previous series of Soulkey versus Flash's games, please go ahead and pause this video and go and watch those, because I will reveal the results. Soulkey has not been doing well against Flash, and let's see how he does here. This is gonna be played on the map Radeon, like I mentioned before, and yeah, this is just played on Christmas. So all of these guys are just wishing each other, very nice, happy Christmas, and of course, having what better Christmas present from Santa Flash Claus than it is a nice game against the current reigning ASL 3P champion. So freaking goddamn key. Here is gonna be his face, Flash, versus of course the face of Soulkey. This is a static face. If you want a movable face that generated using AI, here it is. No, it's not gonna be an AI. So this is his real face. It's very focused, very intense. The T800, the Chat Mini Strawberry, is gonna be facing up against the Gemini version. I don't know, whatever, 2.1456 or whatever is a Google version of their Gemini AI module. All right, so this is a part of the daily pro leagues, and this is the second set in the series of the winners league section, and Flash's team is leading 1-0, so this game doesn't have that much consequence. If he loses here, then the score will be tied up 0-0 between Young Ho and Minchul. Young Ho is Flash and Minchul is Soulkey, but if Flash wins, then his team will be up 2-0. So let's see how he does here. And Flash has been experimenting with a lot of mech builds. In the previous game against Queen, he's gone for a very customized, very hybrid mech build. Let's see if he goes for a little bit more of a traditional build this time around. Looks like the drone from Soulkey has discovered Flash, and it looks to me like that is going to be an indication that he's not located at the bottom left, because if he is, he will not go and scout Flash, in the timing that we've seen. But Flash goes and check the bottom left anyways, because this is what I mentioned to you once upon a time, which is going to be the strategy that's often used by good StarCraft players, which is to eliminate possible differences in intel at the early stage of the game. So if Flash thinks his opponent is located at the bottom left, and he knows his opponent will scout him first, and by scouting that bottom left area first, he will negate any kind of potential differences in intel levels between these 2 players and leave it to skill level to play out in the later part of the game. And we're going to be seeing the mech start transition coming up now. We're going to be having the factory of just a single barracks. Looks like Soulkey's going to be taking the lair here. He's going to be going for Pep Zerlings. During this time of the game, the goal of the Zerg player is going to be to stay with as few attacking units as possible, and usually just make drones. And the fact that these 2 players are so far situated from each other will give Soulkey a slight advantage. His overlords, though, I think it's going to be a little bit strange, because this map is wide open in the center. So, if you have an overlord starting to move towards Flash's base, you're going to be very, very careful. We just saw that there was an overlord around the middle area previously. Anyways, now we're going to be having 4 Zerglings, and the 3rd hatchery in the in base of Flash knows exactly what his enemy is up to. His SCV finally dies, so Soulkey will have the peace of mind to do whatever he wants. Let's see what is going to be the next move. It's going to be double factory built with an armory. So this is not a factory and a starport, but indeed it's going to be 3 factory with an army. This is very interesting. He's going to be going for just pure massive fortress attack, because we've seen in one of the games between Flash and Soulkey that when the Zerg player goes for a 3rd base very early on, then the Zerg player is susceptible to nice attacks by the... Oh my god, Zerlings get on the high ground. They trap a single vulture. That vulture doesn't die, but more importantly, Soulkey doesn't see the 3 factories. I don't think he saw it. I think he saw a glimpse of the first factory maybe, but not the full 3 factories, and he lost all of his Zerglings. And vulture will get repaired, and Flash's got a huge lead already. Zerglings coming in though for another run by. They were trying to snipe the vulture. The first vultures died. We need to get on the high ground. A massive Zerling attack here, and only 2 vultures get it to the high ground. And now Soulkey knows that, you know, there's gonna be inferno waiting for him in the next couple of minutes. He sees that there's gonna be a huge amount of factory, but what is he up to? He's got his three hatcheries. He's got only 2 bases to work with, so he will not have to worry so much about defending a potential 3rd base, but he will need to fear these vulture run by. And indeed, there's gonna be a nice vulture moving across the map, but it got sniped in a minute. I'm not so sure if that was a vulture or an SCV, but it died very, very quickly. So anyways, now Flash has seen that there's going to be a Spire. He just started +1 weapons upgrade, and he's going to be building massive Goliaths. The 2 vultures start to move out anyways, because he wants to find if there's any opening at the front door, at least for Soulkey to make some sunken turrets going to get created. We're going to be having Mutuals start to move across the map. The vulture gets in. What do we have? We have a single sunken. Drones are running away. We have a single Mutualist to help, and thank God one of the vulture was damaged, so it died very quickly, and Flash did not net a single kill in that attack. His face is... No, this is not his face. This is his face. He looks very intense, very, very focused in this game. 3 Goliaths going to be coming out, looking to snipe those mutualists. There's only a pair of turrets in the main. There's a turret at the choke and 2 more turrets at the expansion. But now we have a massive amount of Goliaths. And Zerling's going to come in here once again, but not enough Goliaths. Going to try to get on the high ground though. It's going to be a nice attack from Soulkey. Flash with 5 Goliaths, but Soulkey's got 5 mutualists and 1 Zergling. They all died. Looks like Soulkey could try to come out here and snipe one of the weaker Goliaths. I think it died. Only 5 Goliaths remaining, and one of which is going to be yellowish in color. That was a nice run by. Keep in mind, Radeon, the opening of the expansion is rather wide. If you don't block it correctly, you will lose a lot of stuff to Zerling run by. How many Goliaths remaining? 5 Goliaths remaining. Soulkey kills 1 more. There's only 3 remaining. The turret need to complete ASAP. Looks like not able to complete on time, and Soulkey is gonna get pushed back once again, and Flash just hang on by the nail on his teeth, guys. The last of the Goliaths will fall back and wait for the turret to reinforce. More Zerlings are gonna have to run by. We need to block it, and Soulkey have GG'd, and Flash has won the game because Soulkey has invested so much money in images without any kind of noticeable results, and that's gonna be the end of the game. So if you enjoyed this game, feel free to buy me a copy. Link to that is gonna be in the video description. I will see you soon. Have a good day. Bye bye.